Hello and welcome back to another Bonaparte Lab video. My name is Amelia and today we'll be looking at the Bonaparte AI ecosystem where we start by answering a basic question. What is the AI economy? So here we discover that AI is a stack of 5 layers that work together like a layered cake: energy, chips, infrastructure, models, and applications. So, just really briefly, energy provides the electricity that powers everything. Chips turn that energy into computation. Infrastructure connects and houses those chips. Models are the brains that run on top, and applications are the products that people actually use. So this page basically gives you a clear mental picture of AI as a full ecosystem. So you can see how technical innovation, investing, and policy all connect across the 5-layer cake. Now, why does understanding the ecosystem matter? So, for students, it turns AI from a buzzword into a structured map of technologies and careers, making it easier to decide what skills to build. For businesses and society, it shows how AI touches energy grids, data centers, jobs, and regulations, so leaders can plan responsibly. For investors and finance, understanding all 5 layers helps a person see where capital is flowing, and where long-term opportunities and risks are emerging. And finally, for history, um, it frames AI as a new kind of industrial infrastructure, reshaping global power and economic development. All right, moving on to the AI sectors. This basically dives into the specifics of the sectors that mirrors the layers of the AI cake. So you'll see energy first as the foundation that determines how much computing we can actually support. Next, chips is where specialized processors like GPUs turn electricity into massive parallel computation. Infrastructure is where data centers, cloud platforms, and networks that link thousands of chips into full AI factories are. Models here are large language models, vision systems, and other AI brains trained on huge data sets. And finally, applications. These are everything from co-pilots to robotics to AI tools in healthcare and finance. This is where real economic value is actually created. And so, moving on to the AI business models, um, this basically explains how each layer of the AI stack makes money differently. Energy companies, for example, earn by supplying reliable power to data centers and AI infrastructure projects. Chip makers, they monetize through high-performance semiconductors and integrated software stacks that lock in developers and cloud providers. Infrastructure players invest heavily in data centers and networking, then recover it through cloud services, and capacity leasing. Models, they are providers that often look more like capital-intensive manufacturing, with revenue driven by access, usage, and enterprise contracts. And at the top, application companies focus on software margins, distribution, workflow integration, to turn AI capabilities into sustainable business values. So here you could see like the different breakdown of the the work basically for each of these um, layers. All right, so here in the global race, so this tab it introduces like the global race to build complete AI ecosystems like the US, China, the EU, India, and the UAE. They are all investing on the five layers, like the energy, chips, infrastructure, models, and applications. And so you can kind of play around with this. Yeah, so basically you can just like click on these and it'll um, show up on this graph or not, just so that you can compare and it can illustrate the different scores for each country, the AI scores. All right, so moving on to AI and FinTech. This tab shows how AI enhances wealth management through personalized advice, automates trading and risk modeling, and it improves fraud detection and compliance. In banking, AI systems streamline operations, improve credit assessment, and they optimize back office processes, while new tools make financial education more interactive and accessible. And so, I mean, AI makes it so that investors and students can see where innovation and regulation kind of meet. So here are the different tabs for the AI giants and IPOs that you can take a look at. You'll get an overview of the different giants here, the large firms that dominate the chips, cloud infrastructure, or foundational models. They're the ones that kind of anchor the stack. And so if you kind of move on here to AI unicorns, this is like high growth venture-backed companies that leverage one or more layers of the AI cake. So their main purpose is to scale rapidly. And so you can kind of see how this all interacts. So as this says, this is a teaching tool, but this is something that you can kind of play around with revenue, the multiples and like growth premiums here, um, just for educational purposes only, of course. Now, for the future of AI, this is, forward looking. So, I mean, today's five layers, um, it kind of touches on AI agents, robotics, um, physical AI, quantum AI, AI in space, AI in biology. And so you can kind of see how advances in energy and chips could enable more autonomous agents and industrial robots, while the new infrastructure and models, they open up space systems and biological applications. Like the future is wild. And so here's just kind of like a question and answer tab, just in case you want more information, like why does AI need so much electricity? And so it kind of tells you that training and operating large AI models requires enormous computational resources. I'm sure everyone's heard so much news about this. So go ahead and kind of take a look at um, the different questions, like commonly asked questions. So yeah, if you're new to AI or even skeptical about it, I hope this walkthrough gave you like a clearer, more grounded picture of how the ecosystem works. And hopefully you learned something useful that you could take back to, your personal life. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.